What's happening, world? YouTube world, all my friends, what I consider to be my YouTube family. I'm here to do a vinyl update. I've got a pretty good amount of records for me anyway. I know some of you get show 20 records at a time, and I'm like, geez. But I do have what I consider to be a lot. So I'm gonna split it between non-metal / hardcore punk and hardcore punk / metal. So this one will be called The Lighter Side, and it's going to be like a mixture of like indie rock and classic rock and 80s. And then the next video I do will be The Harder Side, and it's going to be like crossover and hardcore punk, I think. We'll see. But anyway, this is The Lighter Side. So without further ado, I don't want to make a long video. Let's get it going. You might have seen I did a rip of this, or one of the songs off of this album. Pretty in Pink. And the vinyl. If you watch that, if you're one of the 4 people that watched that video, you might have seen the vinyl is pink. And it is the only, golly, I accidentally bought resealable outers, and I'm not a fan. So anyway, I should have planned for this a little better. But if you haven't seen the video, I'll show it. It's the soundtrack to Pretty in Pink, 85, I think, and it's pink vinyl. Obviously a repress. Don't know when it was repressed. Needless to say, in the last few years. Yeah, 86, and it doesn't give a repress year. But anyway, it's on, if you wanted to check it out, it's on A&M Records. Just one of those movies from my youth and songs from my youth that just define, in my opinion, define who we were in the 80s, man. So, you got the rich kid, you got the poor girl, and then you got the hopeless romantic. He's in love with her. She likes him. That guy. You know, but she doesn't think she's good enough because he's got money and he loves her. And anyway, just a triangle. It's also got a what is he, Chinese exchange student in there. Just hilarity ensues. But I think if anybody lived through the 80s and you know, was ever in love with a girl in the 80s and she didn't, you know, I won't say love, but you're infatuated by a girl or guy, and they didn't like you back, all of that terrible, terrible feelings that you would go through could only be solved through music. Pretty painful. All right, more recent. Killers, direct hits. What a great band, dude. I don't know what to say about them. Great lyrics and just a full sound. Like, if you listen to their stuff just, you know, through, you know, streaming services or YouTube or whatnot, you don't get the full sound, man. But this band, dude, their sound is heavy, for, you know, whatever you want to call it, indie rock or whatever. But dude, it's so much heavier if you play it on your, you know, a good system, and, you know, we're a decent system, and you get all of that, the range, you know, that comes with that, and you turn it up loud. It is just great, dude. Big fan. This is their hits. I've been a fan of theirs since, I don't know, early 2000s. Is that when they started? What is this? This is 2003. Yeah. So this is their hits from 2003 to 2013. Great album. Great band. Can't say enough about them, man. Great lyrics, and, you know, it's catchy without having to be popish, in my opinion. This comes on 180 gram vinyl, and custom labels there with the. Sorry, I got a new camera. I hadn't figured out focus yet. With the custom labels there. It is a. I don't think did I open it up? It is a gatefold. There's 2 LPs, and then it's gatefold. There's the back. Just hit after hit, man. All these things that I've done is probably one of my favorites. Mr. Brightside, of course, is great. So, just like I said, just a great band, man. I don't know what else to say other than I dig them. Another great indie rock band or alternative. I don't know what to call things anymore in music. But again, this is a band that's been around, for a little bit now. This album came out in 2006, and this is Silver Sun Pickups. I don't want to mispronounce it. Carnavas. Oh, I didn't even know it came with this. It just fell out. Yeah, I'm getting this one. But a download card thing. But yeah, so I can listen to it in the truck. Another great album. This is not a greatest hits, so there's a few songs on here I'm not familiar with, so I'm real stoked to check those out. I haven't listened to this album yet, but Lazy Eye, it's the song that made me really, really start paying attention to them and their albums. And again, it's another one that, like Killers and another band I'm about to show that, I heard a long time ago. I've been listening to off and on since, but haven't really owned anything by. So I'm trying to fix that. So 2006 is Silver Sun Pickups, Carnavas, Gatefold, but only one LP. And like I say, Lazy Eyes on here. Do yourself a favor if you haven't seen that video or heard that song. Do check it out. It's great. And another 180 gram vinyl. Oh, I said this is one LP. It's actually two. Sorry. My bad. Yeah, they do this. I'm not a big fan of this. They put like 3 songs on each side to kind of stretch it out. So, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? It's almost translucent smoke, I think they call it. Or something. But anyway. Dark brown. I guess I should put you on the label. Huh? There you go. And that. And yeah, this is like a purplish brown. What do you call that? I normally just get the black, but I think this is all they had. All right, so yeah, sorry about that. 2 LPs. This is a band I did on CD back after I got back from Iraq, back 2000. When did this come out officially? I come back from Iraq 2001. This came out. My friend from California used to be in a band with this guy, and he was listening to him. He's like, of course, coming back from Iraq, I had some, needed some adjustment time, and he told me to buy this album, and man, was he right. Now I can't remember when it came out. It was after. Oh, Lord. '99. So they'd had an album out, and I didn't come back from Iraq till 2004. So this album had been around that long before I'd heard of them. Anyway, wow. But he turned me on to him. Travis from England. The Man Who. What a great album, man. This one is 1 LP. Feels like 150 grand. Riding to Reach You, Driftwood, Why Does It Always Rain on Me? This actually was a hit maker when it came out. Is that 99? It says 99. That's weird. A little hype sticker there if you want to check that out. Yeah, they kind of blew up and then they just went away. They were kind of in that same vein as bands like Keane, if you remember. They did Someplace Only We Know, which was a great song. I'll probably end up getting that album too. But kind of in that vein, but maybe a little more depressing, I won't lie. But Travis, The Man Who, great album. Just regular black vinyl. And just very, very simple. Or yeah, whatever those are called. Very, very simple. And it comes with this. It's not a gatefold, but it does come with this inner. There we go. And then I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. This is an album that I had on double cassette back when I was very young. Yeah, mid '80s. I wore it out, man. Dude, I love this album. And I'm not the biggest classic rock guy. I like, of course, Judas Priest, but I call them metal. But Thin Lizzy, um, gosh, there's really not that many. Blue Oyster Cult, but I'm mostly an '80s kid and after. But I really, really, and I'm not a Beatles guy. I hate the Beatles. I don't say I hate them, but I don't like them. I don't hate them. I don't like them. I appreciate what they did for music, but this album right here, because it's got all the early hits from the Rolling Stones. This is Hot Rocks, 64 to 71. This is, I don't know if it's an original pressing, but a very early pressing. I haven't researched it on London Records. Gatefold. God, dude, this, I don't need a lot of Rolling Stone stuff. This right here pretty much would do it for me. I might, would buy. There's another one that came out in the '80s, and I can't remember the name of it. Steel Wheels, was that it? That I would probably pick up, like if I saw it for cheap or on CD. This one I really wanted on vinyl. Brown Sugar, Give Me Shelter, Honky Tonk Woman, Paint It Black, my favorite song by them. Jumpin' Jack Flash, love that song. You Can't Always Get What You Want, Let's Spend the Night Together, Time Is on My Side, Under My Thumb, As Tears Go By. I mean, this thing is just jam-packed with great tunage from the Rolling Stones. So, like I say, I don't need a lot of stuff from the Rolling Stones, but I'm glad I got that one. I might pick up Steel Wheels. I think that's the one I really liked. Because I remember it was like their comeback tour, wasn't it? Like Steel Wheels tour. This comes with the, I had the old Inners from London Records. Double LP. And this is Stereophonic. It sounds really good, by the way. I looked up, not paying a lot, for a pretty decent copy. And again, I ripped this. One song, I ripped Paint It Black. So if you want to hear the sound, if you haven't, or anything, I did do a vinyl rip of that. All right. I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked. I got some really good tunage. Some albums I've been wanting for a while. Not necessarily grails, but ones that I kind of put on the back burner. And I just felt like, you know what? It's time. I'm going to pull the trigger on some albums I've been looking at for a while. And pretty good haul, in my opinion. So let me know what you think of these. If you've got them, you want them, you don't want them, you don't like them, whatever. Let me know, but be nice. And yeah, I'm going to be back just in a little bit with a new video for some heavier stuff. So take care, everybody. Farley.